News this morning. One man is dead after a police shooting in Independence. It happened early this morning. Now you're taking a look at exactly where this happened, right there near a building off East Truman Road and North Forest Avenue. Police were originally called there for a disturbance call. Fox 4's Carrie Wickersham is live at the scene right now. Carrie, what have you found out?
Well, I'm with Officer Chris Depew. He's with the Lee Summit Police Department and part of the police incident investigation team. And I might have said that wrong.
Police involved incident team.
Incident team. But we are standing right behind where this happened. You can see the car behind us with a broken window. But tell us a little bit about what happened last night at about 1 a.m.
Officers from the Independence Police Department called here around 1 a.m. this morning. Their initial call indicated that it was a disturbance call and possibly parties armed with, to the extent of long guns, so parties armed with weapons. When the officers got on scene, they did not find that disturbance or find anything that resembled that disturbance. So the officers contacted a gentleman who was in his vehicle just outside of the apartment. As the officers interacted with that man, they got his ID from him. They asked him questions if he had seen the disturbance, if he was involved in the disturbance. At some point, the man became agitated with that line of questioning or with the interaction and produced a handgun. The officers gave that man commands to drop the handgun. He disregarded their commands, and unfortunately, the officers were forced to use lethal force. The officers then, fearing that the scene behind them was still an unknown and may possibly contain people from this disturbance, the officers wanted to render medical aid as quick as possible. They carried the man approximately 50 yards to the west here, where an ambulance arrived. The man then had expired on the scene, and the officers disregarded their medical intervention.
I know you're waiting to contact next of kin to release any more information about the man who was shot, but talk to us a little bit about the scene. This is an apartment building, not exactly a parking lot. It almost looks more like a driveway.
I would describe it as a commercial building that's been haphazardly kind of converted into apartments, and so as many as 3 or 4. We're still working on identifying all of the residents of this. The parking area or parking lot is very small, and so the officers would have approached into a small area dealing with what they considered a possible violent disturbance call.
Any idea who the call came from that said there were people out here with long guns, and then when you got here there's just a guy in the back of a car?
Cell phone call, I'm told. One of the detectives is trying to run down and contact that person again to get additional information from them. What did they see? What prompted the call? What led us here?
So you're not looking for anyone else, parties with long guns?
No suspects at large. We believe the scene is contained and no threat to the public.
Okay, tell us a little bit about the officers involved. Can you talk about how many of them and what's going on with them right now?
Multiple officers from the Independence Police Department. All those officers are back being debriefed and interviewed by detectives with the PIT team. Those officers will then be placed on administrative leave as a routine matter of the investigation. Once our investigation is complete, anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks, let's say, that entire file is then forwarded to the prosecutor's office for a complete review and then a clearance for those officers to return to work.
And talk a little bit about this PIT team. I know that you represent the Lee Summit, Missouri Police Department. It's important to get outside departments in when there are officer-involved shootings. Talk a little bit about that.
It is. The public demands it, and we believe that it's important to provide an independent review of any use of force like this, especially when resulting in death. And so you have 4 area agencies in the eastern Jackson County side of the metro that banded together: Blue Springs, Lee Summit, Independence, and Grandview. The idea is that any of those 4 agencies could request the PIT. The agency involved, in this case Independence, sits out and has no active part in the investigation. The other 3 agencies, modeled similarly to the Metro Squad concept here in Kansas City, those other 3 agencies conduct the investigation, giving it an impartial review.
Okay. Thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
joining us. We really appreciate it. And just to recap, we have 1 man dead. He's unidentified at this point, pending next of kin notification. Officers still on the scene. Truman Road is open, and we have multiple officers from the Independence Police Department on administrative leave pending investigation from an independent agency this morning. I'm Carrie Wickersham, Fox 4 News, working for you.
Carrie Wickersham live for us there this morning in Independence. Thanks, Carrie. We'll check back in.